So, you've set up your Shopify store. It looks great, your products are solid, and maybe you've even made a few sales. But here's the thing, if nobody's finding your site through search, you're leaving money on the table. And I mean a lot of money. SEO isn't just some fancy marketing buzzword, it's the long game that keeps working even while you sleep. And the best part is you don't have to be an expert to start climbing those Google rankings. You just need to know where to look and what to tweak. And that's what I'm here to show you. If you don't have Shopify yet, there's a link in the description where you can try it for free for 3 days. And if you like it, you'll only pay $1 a month for the next 3 months. Just something to keep in mind as we go through everything. Now let's start with the basics. Shopify actually does a decent job with SEO out of the box, but it's far from perfect. When you first launch a store, Shopify auto-generates page titles, URLs, and meta descriptions, but they're generic and often kind of robotic. If you don't change them, Google just sees a bunch of cookie-cutter pages that say nothing specific about your branding or products. So head into your product pages, collections, and blog posts, and start customizing these. You want your titles to sound human? Include a relevant keyword and give someone a reason to click on it, like handmade soy candles. Long-lasting scents for cozy vibes? It's nothing perfect, but it's a way better title than product page Shopify. And while we're on the subject of keywords, you really need them, but not in a spammy way. Start with what people are actually typing into Google. Tools like Uber Suggest, Google Keyword Planner, or even just Google's own autocomplete can help you figure that out. If someone's searching for vegan dog treats for sensitive stomachs, that's your goldmine right there. That's a long tail keyword with clear buying intent. You're not trying to rank for dog treats and compete with massive pet food brands. You're aiming for the niche stuff that people are actually looking for when they're ready to pull out their wallet. Once you've found your keywords, start placing them naturally into your product titles, meta descriptions, image alt tags, and even your product description. But don't force it. If your copy reads like it was written by a robot with a thesaurus, Google's not going to like it, and neither will your customers. Now let's talk about the pages themselves. Your product and collection pages are prime real estate. For product pages, don't just slap up a couple of sentences and call it a day. Write something that helps the buyer understand why this product is right for them. Describe the benefits, not just the features. And on collection pages, go beyond just listing items. Add a short paragraph or two at the top explaining what the collection is about, what kinds of people it's for, and how to choose the right product. It helps SEO, but it also helps shoppers who might not exactly know what they want yet. And then there's blogging. I know, it sounds like a lot of work, but hear me out. A good blog post can keep pulling in traffic for months, even years. Write posts that answer common questions in your niche, like what to look for in sustainable workout gear, or best gifts for candle lovers. These aren't just fluff pieces, they're doorways into your store, and every new post is another page for Google to index and rank. Speaking of Google, guess what else it loves? Fast, mobile-friendly websites. Shopify is decent in this area, but once you start piling on apps and high-res images, your site can start to drag. Use tools like Google PageSpeed Insights or GTmetrix to test your site speed. Compress your images before uploading them. Tiny PNG works wonders, trust me. And don't go overboard with flashy apps unless they're really pulling their weights. One thing that tends to fly under the radar is structured data, also known as schema. It's basically extra code that tells Google what your page is about in a more detailed way. With the right schema, your product pages can show up in search results with star ratings, prices, and availability. That's what's called a rich snippet, and it's eye-catching. You can add this manually if you know your way around code, or use an app like JSON-LD for SEO to do the heavy lifting for you. Let's not forget about internal linking. I mean, you probably didn't forget, you might not even know what that is. Now, what it is basically one of the simplest things you can do to help your SEO. So when you write a blog post, link to a product. On a product page, link to a related blog or collection. So these internal links help Google crawl your site more effectively and keep users bouncing around instead of leaving after one page. A clean navigation menu helps you don't make people or search engines work to figure out where everything is. Now here's the part that everybody loves to skip. Backlinks. These are links from other websites pointing to your store, and they act like votes of confidence. The more legit sites that link to you, the more Google thinks that you know what you're doing. Start small. Ask to be listed in niche directories. Reach out to bloggers in your space, or offer a guest post or product sample in exchange for a shout out. Whatever you do, avoid paying for shady backlinks. It might work for 5 minutes, but Google catches on, and once it does, you're cooked. If all of this sounds like a lot, the good news is that there are apps to help. Smart SEO and plugin SEO are both solid choices for getting started. They scan your site, highlight issues, and even help you fix some of them automatically. Just don't rely on apps alone. SEO still takes a bit of human brain power. The last thing I'll say is this: SEO takes time. It's not like flipping a switch and watching traffic roll in overnight. But if you stick with tweaking things here and there, updating your blog, refining your product pages, you're building something that compounds over time. It's one of the few forms of marketing that keeps giving back long after the work is done. All right, and that's a wrap for today's video, folks. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I always try to get back to you as soon as I can. And if you're enjoying the content, a like and sub really helps the channel out. Don't forget about that Shopify deal I mentioned earlier. It's linked down in the description if you want to check that out. At any rate, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, make sure to take care.